TCK. Happy Thursday, party people, and welcome back to Kai Plays. As you've no doubt ascertained from the title, we've actually wrapped up a segment of this stream which is covering Ori and the Blind Forest, and we've moved on to a new title this week, Final Fantasy IV. Now, I've acquired the Steam version, which did include the After Years. I haven't actually played the Steam version or the Steam release of the game before. The last time I had the pleasure of experiencing Final Fantasy IV was when it was released as Final Fantasy II here in the United States. So this is going to be kind of a more or less fresh impression for me, since it is going to be a port that I'm unfamiliar with, as well as it having been probably 2 decades since I last experienced the game. Now, I am currently setting up, our start time is still set at 8 o'clock, but I did want to take a moment to have a little bit of a preamble here. Since the segment including Ori and the Blind Forest has wrapped up, the entirety of that run back will be uploaded to our YouTube channel sequentially over the next few days, and a dedicated playlist will be available for that by the time the weekend hits. Now, we are still continuing with our normal fundraiser activities. We have our Chocomus 2020 event, which will continue to run until March 31st of 2021. All proceeds, as you are probably familiar with at this point, do continue to support Save the Children in their efforts against the novel coronavirus here in the United States. Now, we do have a new fundraiser planned already, which will begin on the 1st of April. And we are going to have an off season throughout the month of May to prepare for our June and July festivities. In the interim, I would encourage you to take a look at that link. If you have the time or a few spare dollars, it would do a lot to help our cause and to continue to spread our influence. And it also helps as a good gauge of who's able to keep up with these streams and the best way to divert our efforts to support causes within the real world. Now, if you'd like to support TCK in a more general sense, we do have a Patreon, which is going to be available in the link in the description below the YouTube video. So if you're watching this after the fact, head on down to the doobly-doo, as John Green says, and have a peek. There'll be a little bit of silence here as we conclude the setup, but we'll be back shortly to begin Final Fantasy IV for the first time. And here we have it. Now, as you may suspect, this will be a slightly different live stream than we're accustomed to. Ori being a platformer as it was, and it being a fresh experience, that really lended itself more to having a playthrough which was the complete game. Now, JRPGs being something of a different breed, there may very well be segments that I play while I'm offline. I will attempt to line those up with some unscheduled live streaming segments, but the majority of those will most likely not be uploaded to our YouTube channel. That being said, JRPGs are also conducive to taking breaks in the middle of gameplay. Let's adjust that sound real quick, shall we? As I was saying, JRPGs are more conducive to taking a break than something like a platformer, so I will continue to be taking recommendations or suggestions for other games that folks might like to see during this segment. If there is enough of a demand for another game, I'm happy to pick that up and play that, and just come back to Final Fantasy IV as an interlude in between. In the meantime, however, we'll be doing the bulk of leveling and grinding and things of that nature while off screen, and trying to dedicate as much of the 1-hour segments that we have to the actual content as we can. There we are. That is considerably better. Let's get this show started. We are not going to be a tryhard this time. We will go ahead and play this on the normal difficulty. It definitely looks like a DS port at first blush.
Lord Captain, we're nearly to the Baron border.
So we are.
Is that Johnny Young Bosch?
Too. Orders may be orders, but this goes too far. Lord Captain! We're the Red Wings, the pride of Baron! Must we now be thieves, sent to plunder from the weak?
Enough.
But Lord Captain, the
No, I don't think it
Mysidians
is.
offered no resistance, and still we cut them down.
Listen to me. We did
Oh.
no more than what our kingdom's peace and prosperity required us to do.
No, that's Yuri
The
Lowenthal,
Mysidians
hands
knew
down.
too much of the crystal and its secrets. His Majesty deemed it so. We are the Red Wings of Baron. It is not our place to question the orders of our king.
Lord Captain.
Lord Captain! Monsters at the fore!
I'm glad they brought Yuri back into the fold, but I wonder if they brought back the other voice actors from Dissidia and other media. I'll be interested to find out. I do notice this game shares an issue with a lot of other Steam ports where the controller prompts are still in Xbox, despite having a PS4 controller, and despite having it configured as such. It's mild, but it is less than ideal.
Everyone all right?
Aye. But all these monsters as of late.
Disturbing, is it not? I wonder what it bodes. We've reached the castle, my lord.
Well then, prepare for landing, men.
Lord!
Ah, Home Sweet Castle. I don't think I'll be reading all of the text in this game, or not reading it aloud, I should say. I think that would probably slow down our playback time considerably. I will, however, refrain from skipping through dialogue since I know that not everybody reads at the same speed. The water crystal. The silence was deafening there for a moment. The Eidolon of Mist. It's my guy. Kane was hands down my favorite character back in the 90s when I played this game the first time. The Carnelian Signet. Now, it has been probably 20 years since I played this game in any serious capacity, but I'm willing to bet I still know my way around the castle fairly well. Oh, it gives you a map that you can just press a button for? That's neat. Alright, I'll take it. I believe there's the Black Mage and White Mage quarters down here. Yep. Now, the thing that took some getting used to, when I played Final Fantasy III most recently, they really wanted to capitalize on that touchscreen technology. So you needed to pinch the screen and then move your fingers apart to zoom in to reveal things on the map that could be interacted with. And you needed to do that to open secret passageways, because oftentimes a lot of the loot in, like, a castle, for example, would be hidden in rooms that were only accessible through walking, like, off the map. So going from that to playing Final Fantasy IV is definitely an experience. Now, I would like to turn that music volume down a little bit, so let's do this. Let's make that a little bit less aggressive. Turn the battle speed up, but we'll leave it on wait. Alright. Excuse me. A thing that doesn't quite sit right with me about Rosa is that she is apparently a White Mage of Baron, and all of the White Mages of Baron have the White Mage robes. Now, I get that she can't look like every other NPC because she's an important character. However, she's got the, like, most skimpy White Mage outfit in the entire game, and it's just a little off. I forgot the days when Sid looked like he was out of a, what's the word I'm looking for? He looks like he's out of a Rankin Bass movie. That's the phrase I was looking for. Oh yeah, my tower's through here. But first, if I'm remembering correctly, I've wandered off without collecting some free loot. As I suspected. Probably gonna need that tent, like, right off, if I'm remembering right. I don't think there's anything out this way. Yeah, you're not allowed to use this switch. Yeah, it just leads to the main gate. And night is falling and there are monsters about, so we can't go outside. This tower is closed. I don't remember why. Back we go. Just like riding a bike, getting back through Baron Castle for goodness knows which time this is. You aren't here in the original game, I don't think. Oh, it's cute. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna mess around with the names. Oh, don't be so dramatic, bunny person. You definitely should not sleep in your armor. That is
Your
not going to be a good
Majesty.
experience.
What's become of you? Where is the noble knight, the man who took me in as an orphan and raised me as his own? The strong, just king I once knew. Is a crystal worth all this? Robbing a peaceful people of what's theirs by right. What need could be so great? King's orders or no, there's no forgiving what we've done.
Cecil? Won't you tell me what happened? First you're sent off to Mysidia, and now to hunt some beast again so soon? Did something happen in Mysidia?
No, it's nothing.
Then why won't you look at me?
I know her from somewhere.
In Mysidia, we stole a crystal from people who had done no wrong. I've worn this darkened armor for so long now. There's no mote of light left in me. Not even
Tramalama.
in my heart.
You're a good man, Cecil.
I'm a coward. A coward who cannot even defy orders he knows he ought not follow.
Cecil of the Red Wings is many things, but he is no coward. Not the Cecil who I love. The king is sending you to Mist to slay the Eidolon, isn't he? If anything were to happen to you, I couldn't...
Kane will be with me. I'll be fine. It's late. You should get some rest.
Be careful.
Thank you, Rosa. But I know what I've become.
I gotta say, I'm digging the cutscenes so far. That's a nice touch. I definitely know Rosa's voice actress from somewhere.
Shall we then, Cecil?
I'll be counting on you, my friend.
Then you've nothing to fear.
Dude, Liam O'Brien's back, and I'm stoked. So in my personal opinion, this piece of music, the Rebel Army theme and its modifications, is one of the most iconic pieces of classic Final Fantasy music in the entire franchise. It's basically this and the Prelude are just S tier. And so the Dark Knight Cecil, stripped of his command of the Red Wings, set out for the distant Valley of Mist. Together with Kain, commander of the Dragoons, he would pursue a faceless quarry and a chance for redemption. The advent of the airship had marked the realization of mankind's most ancient dream, that man is a creature seldom sated, and he was quick to dream anew. With the unparalleled might of the Red Wings, Baron's military soon reigned supreme. Why then does its king now seek the crystals? And why have fearsome monsters suddenly begun to overrun the once calm land? If the crystals know, they share no answers, only their pure and silent light. Alright, we made it to the map. That's where it's at. Okay, now let's see if it will give us a moment to save, so we don't have to go through that opening again. And while we're at it, there we go. I like classic, don't get me wrong, but gray is just much easier on my eyes. The dark set. Alright. And Kain in full iron gear, like a nub. The adventure begins now. So this is kind of a meme at this point after 25 years of Final Fantasy, but in the older games, especially in Final Fantasy II, when you first attain the ability to wander the world map, it is almost kind of a rule not to head west. If you head west too far from your starting area, you will wander into zones you're not meant to go to until the end game, and you'll get face rolled by the first zombie you encounter. So I just kind of always go east to start with. Little tricks you pick up after having your teeth kicked in a few times. Oh no, we've been surprised. Those actually take out like 10% of your HP per attack. It's not ideal. Weak. So, Knight Corporal Draxus asks, is it weird that you find the graphics off-putting? I don't think it's weird that you find the new graphics off-putting. I feel like they're very stylized for the DS. It looks like a Game Boy port, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's got a sort of... let's try 6, I might like that a little better. It's got a sort of... squished kind of look to it. Not quite chibi, but not quite full-sized. It's in that kind of uncanny valley where it's not sure what graphics it's going for. Now, if I remember the mechanics of jump correctly, it multiplies Kane's base damage by a certain amount. But he's doing as much or more damage than Cecil with his basic attack, so I don't think we really need to mess around with that currently. Like, he's doing work right now. Oh, hot diggity darn. Now, does the port level you up, or not level you up, but does it restore your HP when you level up? It does not. True to the original, then. Let's actually pop into town. See if we can buy some early potions. Did you hear the rumor? Word is there's a place called the training classroom under the Devil's Road. Okay, cool. The Valley of Mist is to the northwest. Convenient. I don't know why the universal symbol for item shop is an ewer, but, I mean, at least it's consistent. I guess maybe the ewer is supposed to look like a potion, maybe? Let's grab a handful of potions to start with. At least a phoenix down. Cast Libra. Neat, but not something I need to spend gil on right now. Alright, so I'm very used to the old inventory system, which had a finite number of spaces. So it's not good to be a hoarder in the old games because like each individual potion was in its own item slot. But this seems to be following the trend of the DS port for Final Fantasy III, which does let items stack, thank goodness. Actually, if I'm remembering, 50 MP. Now, a trend with the older games is that ethers... Oh, there's no sell option. Oh, there is. Okay, it is square because Xbox prompts. Okay. Now, a trend with the older games is that ethers tend to be extremely valuable because your MP is such a useful resource. So I wanted to see if it had like a super high sell value since I'm not going to need ethers right out of the gate. But a 1 gil sellback is almost kind of insulting. So I feel like they did that to keep people from ether cheesing. Because ether cheesing was pretty much how you would start out the early Final Fantasies. It's like you'd sell that first one because you're not going to need it. And you just use that gil to buy a crap ton of stuff. The door is locked. You know what? I'll accept that. It's games like Kingdom Hearts, where they're like, you have a key that opens all doors, but not this one. A history of shipbuilding. Ouch. Are you serious? Just gonna burn yourself? Sid, my boy! Remember, folks, when breaking and entering, always make sure to check inside pots in the corner. What does ether cheese taste like? MP and disappointment. Skadoosh. What have we here? Teleporter! Oh yeah, you can't teleport to Mysidia. We killed their mages, and they don't like that. Oh yeah, military classroom. Who's the teacher? Is it you? Cute. Maybe it's you. You're the most wizardy looking one here. Huh. Moving on. The weaponsmithy's locked. What? Preposterous. I feel like that particular tidbit of information that there's an old waterway that goes into the castle is like, Cecil will remember this. The other thing about Final Fantasy III, that being the last main installment title that I played most recently, is that the inns were super expensive for like no reason at all. Like the first one, if I'm remembering right, you have in the village of Ur, you have a fountain which is just free and full heals you. But then by the time you get to like the second town, it's like 300 gil, which is way more than you get in like a couple of fights. So, isn't the water the secret entrance in almost all FF games? You're not wrong. There's stuff behind waterfalls in most JRPGs, in my experience. Oh dear. Why don't we just actually auto-battle that? How effective are they in auto-battle? Let's find out. I feel like Cecil can't decide if his weapon is one-handed or two-handed right now. Because he has a buckler, but also, like, he's holding his sword like a traditional Dark Knight. I don't know. So it's a two-hander, but he just also has a shield? Conclusion, Cecil is a hacker. And before anybody lectures me on how some people could have a buckler strapped to their arm and also use a hand-and-a-half sword or a two-handed sword, I know, I get it. However, in Final Fantasy III, katanas did extra damage against dividing enemies. And if I'm remembering right, the jobs that could wield katanas could dual wield, but they couldn't wield a shield. I think shields were pretty much exclusive to like warrior, Viking, knight, and red mage, pretty much. New enemies, alright. Let's turn off auto battle for just a second, because I am wondering what these are called. Just out of curiosity. They're called Helldivers. Okay. I remember Helldivers. They looked a little different in the last game I played. I believe they're also in 14 as a trash mob. I don't know why we're going south. We need to go northwest. I forget how weird goblins look. Like, they've definitely gone through some iterations in the last 25 years. They look a little bit like, just like pointier gnomes in this game, I want to say. Whereas in some games, they look more like you would expect a goblin. You know, the green skin and the pointy noses and all that, but I think when they give goblins, like, more flesh-colored flesh, they look almost kind of... Oh, that's neat. I can run around as Cain, so of course we're going to do that. That's the superior option. But yeah, when you give goblins flesh-colored flesh, they look less like goblins, if that makes any sense. What was it I wanted to check? Ah, yes. Battle speed. Oh, I turned it down. It's literally like fast or slow. Let's turn up the speed by setting it towards slow. Let's try 2. That's probably a lot nicer. Let's head west, violating that cardinal rule of old Final Fantasy games. But first, we quick save. Oh, or regular save. Regular save works too. That way, if we get face rolled by a zombie, we are prepared. If the goblin's flesh color is green, isn't it flesh-colored flesh? Well, I'm not so sure about that. I mean, I guess on the most technical of levels, yes. Come on. Spank the porcupine. Another one? Oh, you went home and rethought your life. Qui-Gon Jinn would be so proud. And you changed your name. Good for you. Interesting, okay. So I get a dungeon map, and I get stuff for finishing the map. Alright. I wanted to explore the drip. Brother, may I have some loops, please? My curiosity gets the better of me. Every time I see a new enemy, I'm like, what is this thing called? It's a larva. That is boring. You cast slow on me? Really, dude? That's fine, I guess. Is this deep dungeon? Have we got that meme with the butterfly? You play enough Ni no Kuni and you look at gaps like this like, I should cast a bridge here. Now, are all the drips encounter spots? Or is that just luck of the draw, I wonder? Oh no, it's a butterfly! Butterfly, butterfree! As long as I don't start casting poison. No effect! Yeah, joke's on you, I'm already slow. Ha! Wait. It reminds me of the old Warcraft games. Warcraft 3, for example, there's I think it's the Dryad unit. If you click on her too many times, she goes, well, that's weird. I don't remember casting slow on you. Come on, Cecil. Hit it back, Slowpoke. All right. Kain leveled up. Notice how in 2 level ups, neither of them has gotten any smarter. They still have an intellect of 6. A potion. How much does a potion restore in this game again? 100. 1 million HP. Yeah, okay. Eye drops. Real eye drops. Another tent. Oh. Wing scales. Oh, and it cast blindness, you little monkey. Oh, it gives you an accuracy rating. That's kind of neat. Accuracy, 10%. I'll tell you what, you just sit there and defend and let Kain do the work. Whoops. The blocking sound effect is rather satisfying. It would be kind of nice if there was a shortcut key for defend, so I didn't have to tab down to it a million times. You know what? You might as well take a swing at it. You get a 10% chance, but do it anyway. Insult to injury. Come on. Now the moment of truth. Do they clear blind after battle? Because the old games did not. They don't. Cool beans. Well, I guess it's a good thing we got eye drops. It's like, hey, do you not have any spellcasters in your party? Wouldn't it be really cool if your accuracy was shit for the next 4 hours? Return whence you came. Could that be the Eidolon? I don't know, either that or the rocks started talking. 50-50. Men of Baron. I will abide no further trespass. Let's actually take a step back real quick before we get ourselves into another fight. Let's just top off real quick. The mist is gathering. I remember this fight. The Mist Dragon. Final Fantasy XIV players will remember this from the Burn dungeon. You might as well jump, and you might as well attack. Get slapped. Oh, okay. Now, how much does your regular attack do, Kain? 54. Oh, that was a crit. The dragon dissolves. Pretty sure we defend for this part. Realize it's been a hot minute, but Strike now. Yep. How much does a non-crit do? That's what I want to know. 48. Yeah, honestly, it seems like Kane's jump leaves an opening for about 3 auto attacks, which is just the attacks are more potency than the jump right now. Not that it mattered. Okay. I think jump is more useful as a utility tool to get some free damage off while somebody else defends, or to get him out of the way before you can cure him. The mist map is complete. Oh, 5 potions. Hot damn. Rolling in the dough now. Moving on. Drax is over here looking at the dragon like, suffer! Achievement unlocked. Mission accomplished with a question mark.
This is what we were sent to do?
He wished this village torched.
But why?
Why?
Calm down, Sasuke.
Mother, you can't die. Just because your dragon did.
I've heard of their lot. Men who can conjure eidolons. Summoners.
Then the dragon we slew was her mother's?
You're the ones who killed her dragon?
Forgive us. We'd no idea this would happen to your mother.
His Majesty sent us to eliminate every last one of these people.
No.
Foul work, to be sure. We'll need to kill the girl as well.
Kane. Kane, no.
Kane!
It's her or us, Cecil.
She's a child!
You'd betray your king?
Betray him? Any man who'd wish for this is no king of mine.
I thought you might say that.
Then...
I owe His Majesty much, but not so much I'd soil the Dragoon's name in his.
then you're with me.
Baron's army is the mightiest in the world. Our flight means nothing if we remain alone. We must treat with other nations, share what we've seen. And Rosa, she must share our flight.
And she will. Thank you.
I'm not doing this for you.
Huh?
Quickly, we mustn't linger here. What of the girl?
We take her with us. Come. It's not safe here. Take my hand.
No!
We've no time. Use force if you must.
Stay away!
Wait!
I love that Kane has 0 chill.
Leave me alone! I hate you!
Ah, here we go. Yes, I also love his voice. It's because it's Liam O'Brien, who's an absolute baller. Gaia's Wrath. Oh, that's interesting. A little different from how I remember him looking. The game is like, bitch, you thought you were going to be in combat. Look at this. Chirp, chirp. Time to get up. Yeah, we get to a village and Kane is like, well, I guess our orders were to wipe out this village. Time to murder a child. Just like that's his first thought is just, hey, let's carry out the order. Was the menu sound the /tell notification? Yes. Well, one of the sounds is. I think it might be the save sound effect. Yep. That is a very old school sound effect. Oh, just me, myself, and I. Because Rydia can't fight yet, of course. Level 13. Still no intellect boost. Oh yeah. Work harder, not smarter, right, Cecil? Man, having a map is so useful. Wandering through the desert with a dark night with no name. Ow. Okay, listen here, you little shit. What are you? A desert Sahagin. Hakuna Sahagin. It's about 300 XP per battle, just out of curiosity. We need 1,000 XP for the next level. We have a total of a little under 6k. So that's like 20 battles worth of total XP so far. At that rate. Let's potion real quick. Mother of God, it's a centipede. Oh, Lord. Poison? Are you kidding me? Get out of here. Ew. Hund legs. I'm almost positive those are in 14 as well, but I don't recall where. Cutter's Cry, maybe? No, that was mostly ants. Because I promise you they did not remove poison after battle. Sure enough. You end up needing a lot of items early in the game. I don't remember where the town is. Certainly not this way. Not that way either. Northeast it is. Auto battle is kind of nice, though. It's the lazy man's JRPG. Also, props to them. I did not remember the dry Sahagins. Like that's an interesting touch. You're really used to them being green and waterbound, not like red and living in the desert. North to Alaska. Go north, the rush is on. Where the hell? Oh, waterway entrance. I don't even have to pick up a map. They just give me one. First rule of dungeoneering, kids, go the opposite direction from where you think the exit is. That's where the real treasure is. Oh, hello. Oh, okay. There's monsters and lots of them. Go back to town. Yeah, fine. Fang shells and amoebas. I don't know how to break this to you, but amoebas are like single-cell organisms, and they are definitely not the size of cattle. Skadoosh. Might as well play it safe. We'll have time to buy more potions in a little bit. Let's see. Nothing over there. Yeah, I still feel like Cecil can't decide if his sword is a hand and a half, or a two-hander, or a one-hander. Like, his stance is all over the place. Wait, hang on a second. Does it... Really? Oh, cool. That's neat. Not worth it, but neat. He's ambidextrous. Okay, sure, but can he just pick how he's gonna hold his sword? He has like 4 fighting styles. Ooh, a Maiden's Kiss. Because that isn't indicative that something's going to cast Frog later in the dungeon. Alright, return to Kaipo, he said, which does not appear to be on my map. Unless I've lost my mind. Because there's just ocean over here, right? Oh dear! It's a sandworm! Here be dragons. Oh, what's he gonna do? That is 123 damage. That's a lot of damage. Holy smokes. Let's just get out of here. I don't know how much health it has, and I don't really need to stick around to find out. That's not a mystery I need resolved right now. On that note, let's just make sure we don't get gibbed by a back attack from like a trio of sandworms. That's a very old-school Final Fantasy problem to have. Okay, yeah, so there's just water over here. It's been a hot minute, so I don't remember where the next town is located. I do like his critical attack animation, though. That is pretty neat. Slash! Hell yeah. Now, once I gain any kind of curative magic, I can actually start stockpiling some gil. Hey, look, a town! I should just look for the oasis in the desert. We're on autopilot right now. I'm not in control. This guy looks like Wandering Oaken from Disney's Frozen. Oh boy. Take her if you can. Spoilers. You can't. This guy couldn't hit the broadside of Sid's mom. Bring it. Bitch. Rydia, join the party. I don't remember what she comes with. Achievement unlocked. Apprentice Summoner. What you got? Standard caster stuff. 7 intellect. Okay. You start at level 7. That's quite the handicap. With 90 HP. Wow. Alright. What spells do you know? Oh, you have Cure! Alright, we're in business now. Alright. I wanted to see if he was going to say ouch if we poked the fire again. Tella and his daughter are as close as father and daughter can be. Are we talking like Lannister close, or... let's see here. Spare Phoenix down, never hurt anybody. Couple antidotes. Couple eye drops. Couple gold needles, and we're out of gil. But that's okay. Red Fang. Alright. What you got hiding up here? Soothe your desert-parched throat with a mug of Kaipo's finest. Oh yeah, you tried to go underground and Tella was like, yeah, it's too dangerous. I guess I have to go around the bar to talk to you. What's that for customer service? Come on. What's this say? I can't read it. Probably because I have 7 intellect. Hey, Kane, what's the sign on the wall say? I don't know. Ah, tale as old as time. Daddy, I want to date this guy. No. Okay, I'm gonna run away from home then. Oh good, we could buy new stuff. That only Rydia can equip. Cool. She's definitely gonna need it though to pad out that 90 HP. Ah, weapons, that's where it's at. What you got? Give me that spear on the wall. Cool. Alright then. Oh, hey, Mapping Way, formerly known as Naming Way. Are you serious? Okay. Now what do you do? Yeah, let's look at the bestiary. Okay, so that's how they decided to incorporate it. Alright, cool. Neat, and it even shows you their drops. I dig it. For everything else, there's Google. Oh, hey. An auto potion augment. I don't remember that. Achievement unlocked, augment novice. Is it equipment? Do I equip it? No. No, I don't. It's not an item. Is it in the settings? It sure isn't. Moving on, I guess. The Cave of the Antlion. Okay, I guess I know where we're going next. Oh, tutorial time. Here we go. Ah, key items. Okay. Whoops. Auto Potion. Imparts the Auto Potion ability. It has a little picture of Rosa as you do it. That's cute. Alright, Cecil knows Auto Potion now. Combine that with darkness and just go hog wild. I think we can probably safely move on at this point. Go back to that cave with Tella. Maybe pick up some XP for Rydia along the way. Ooh. Yeah, maybe you should not do that. At all. I can do this with the mouse. It's not much simpler that way, though, to be honest. Yeah, auto battle's really not gonna work as long as she's that squishy. How much does your cure heal? That's what I want to know. 44. You get him, champ. $181 XP. Aw, yeah. How much does she need, I wonder? 162. Alright, so that's actually... She'll probably catch up pretty quick. She just has to stay alive for a little while. This should do it. Not quite. Alright. Here we go, I guess. That's not the button I meant to press at all. To swap Rose swaps the whole party, which is interesting. Oh, when you go to cure, they have little HP bars above their head. That's a neat touch. And she learned new spells. Alright, cool. What's the MP cost on Cure? 3 MP! Wow, okay, that more than makes up for the fact that it doesn't heal much. Yeah, okay. Just spam that. The moment when you get Cure in a JRPG is usually where you can just start steamrolling. God, they hit so hard against her. My goodness. It's super effective. Okay, here's what I think we're gonna do. Let's check our status real quick. Yeah. 147. What do we have for Gil? 117. I'm gonna double check real quick how much Gil we get for the average encounter, because I have a thought that we may want to pick up a couple of things for Rydia before we move on. For spoiler reasons I won't get into, I think it's probably best if we don't spend a ton of resources on her, but I think maybe we want to get her like a hat at least. Skadoosh. Gil found 19. Right. So, fun fact, Final Fantasy IV actually, if memory serves, is the first game in the franchise that introduced a character who actually devalued in stats as they leveled up, and that's Tella. He loses strength as he levels because he's so goddamn old. Okay, so it's northeast of town is the quickest way to get to the cave. Alright. Amazing what happens when you look at a map before you start walking someplace. Now, can I target? I can. I can target all. I don't think it's all that effective, but it's really not. It's really, really not. That's okay. Now, does auto battle repeat? No, it doesn't. Sometimes auto battle will repeat the last set of actions that you performed. So 3 was very good for that, because if you wanted somebody to spam like one spell over and over again, you could do that. But it would appear that Final Fantasy IV's auto battle system will just attack. Cecil got +1 intelligence. Achievement unlocked, Bronze Hunter. Achievement unlocked, a bloodstained road. Right. Now, regrettably, we have reached the end of our pre-planned 1-hour segment for tonight. I will most likely do a little bit of initial leveling to catch Rydia up off-screen and probably buy her a little equipment. If I do continue on with the adventure before next week's stream, where we wander into the cave to talk to Tella, I may have an unannounced live stream of that event, so keep your eyes on our Discord feed as well as our social media. That's Twitter and our community page on Facebook. In the meantime, I want to thank you so much for tuning in this week. We'll have more for you next week. Don't forget, we also have our Sunday Fun Day festivities coming up in just a few days. Again, we have wrapped up the portion that included Kai Plays Ori and the Blind Forest. The last 2 episodes will be uploaded tomorrow and the day after, and should be available for viewing by the time we hit the weekend. Until next time, I'm Kai, and may you ever walk in the light of the crystal.